start. We've set Scott Williams a separate challenge today. He's playing a game of Word Sneak. We've given him a list of 5 words and he's got to get those into conversation at some point over the course of our chats. Gentlemen, thank you very much for welcoming us to the Vale Resort Golf Course for a bit of coffee and a sandwich in between training sessions today. You've obviously had a really nice summer, a couple of holidays. Switzerland, Qatar. Traditional lads' holidays or hardest week of your life?
I was right, managed to get away for a week, chill out in a hammock for a week, and then, we straight back into Switzerland then, and then to Qatar.
What kind of things happen in Switzerland?
All delightful stuff, really. All things like you want to do on holiday, you know, running, lifting heavy things, running again, and then hiking up a mountain. You know, first I think that first one was a bit different because I don't think anyone's really had that exposure to altitude, so I found it sort of weird to get used to the first few days, and it sort of pushed on nicely. And then Qatar then was just hanging. It was just far too hot for anybody out there. I think I really didn't like Qatar, put it that way.
Were you relieved when Spala was cancelled then?
This guy was. This guy was.
Yeah, well, you know, yeah, when he cancelled Spala, I think it was a little bit of a relief to some of the lads. But you know, we worked really hard, so we all felt we were in good nick at the time.
What makes Spala so difficult? What's the worst thing about it?
I think in fact it's middle of nowhere. So you fly into Gdansk and then it's like a 3-hour bus journey in the middle of nowhere, and all that is around is just the training facilities, and it's not the most up-to-date modern. It's just pretty much basic. You've got a bed, you've got a TV, but it's all in Polish anyway, so you can't really watch anything.
Yeah, the food, there's no scrumptious food there.
Yeah, the food is not the best, and the fact that like anything, that's a bad word straight away. Isn't that a word?
What?
Scrumptious, or whatever.
Scrunchy's on his list.
Scrunchy.
Well done, you've called him out.
There you
But
go.
you've already missed one of them, so... Bobby's just run past us, Paul Stridgen. He's been a relatively new addition to camp. What kind of stuff has he been putting you through?
Well, he thinks the meeting's up there all the time, so that's why he's late. He keeps running backwards and forwards trying to find the meetings.
He's such a good motivator for the boys, you know, when we've been away on camps and stuff, just coming into the gym in the mornings and you're just a bit low, just getting ready for the session, he just really picks you up and gets you ready to go. He's a good guy.
So talking of the gym, there was some stuff on social media yesterday that you had a DJ and disco lights in there.
Oi, oi!
What happened with that? Who organised that?
I think Gethin Jenkins likes his music. He's normally the DJ in the gym, and yeah, he got DJ Sarah Louise, I think her name was, and she was really good. In fairness, never seen some boys lift some weights like they did yesterday, but no, it was good. A bit of a change and a bit of a pick-me-up after a tough couple of weeks.
Who was throwing the dodgiest shapes?
Guts, I think.
Guts,
yeah.
Do you like a dance, like a boogie?
Yeah. I think we caught on some of there. Imagine like a nightclub with like weights in the corner. You yell of a pull-in mind, all the boys are throwing the weights around. It was good.
I've never seen anyone plank on the dance floor before, like like Reece Priestman and Gareth Davis.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
I never seen them do any extras in my life, and then next thing you know, the DJs in the gym, and then they're knocking out like rehab and stuff for fun.
Well, maybe that's what you need for the Uruguay game, a bit more pumping tunes. We're going to play a bit of mini golf now, so we'll see you after this.
And you see the roll in the green. Slightly right to left.
Right, boys, we are but days away from the World Cup now. Can you remember the draw taking place and England and Australia being put in the same group of Wales? Do you remember what you were thinking when that happened?
I can, but it was more the case of at the time it was something that's so far away, but you still think, oh, great, isn't it really? Because you've got, at that point, we're still like months the squad's hadn't been announced, nothing being there, so it's just knowing what's to come if you're selected at the time. And you know, it's not, as it's been dubbed, the group of death, and it's probably going to be the toughest one there, isn't it, really?
Does the group of death make it harder, or do you think it's more of a justification from the media that the task ahead of you is so difficult?
Yeah, it's going to be tough, but you know, whoever's going to get out of the group is probably going to be the favourite to win the competition. So, you know, if you want to win, you've got to beat the best team. So it's going to be tough, and I'm sure England, Australia are thinking the same.
I've got it written down here that Wales haven't beaten Australia since 2008. Have you been saving it for this then? Just bottling it all up?
Yeah, we lost the other games on purpose. So no, we think it's always come into 1 point, 2 points, so it's always been really close games. It's just that extra 10 minutes on the end of the game, we just got to keep our focus for and make sure we don't concede any tries.
The headline act of this group is probably England-Wales. In fact, it's probably the headline act of the pool stages of the World Cup. And obviously, there's a lot of your Bath colleagues in that England team. Did you stop talking to them when you made it into the squad, or have you been a mole in camp and reporting back to Gats and Sean? What's been the vibe?
Yeah, no, so we have like a bit of a WhatsApp group, George for a couple of the other guys, and when I found out I was selected, just joke around, I left the group straight away, so haven't spoken to that since. But it's going to be a tough game, that England-Wales. I know that they're pumped for it, and it's probably the one that everyone's looking forward to, playing at Twickenham in the World Cup against England. It's going to be a massive occasion.
It's your second World Cup, George, but obviously this time you're going to get to play games so much closer to home, and you've played in Twickenham many times before. How special an event is it going to be at HQ, the home of rugby?
I think, as Dom said, like any fixture with like Wales England is always going to be big and heated, and the media make it more than it sometimes actually is. And obviously to throw a World Cup in there, that's going to make it even better, I guess, isn't it? The hype and the expectation on both teams. But for us, I think what worked really well last World Cup is the fact that we focused on every game as it comes, make sure that we did our homework, and also the group stage is so tough. If you start looking beyond the group stage, you're going to get knocked out pretty quickly. So for us, I think it's just take every game as it comes, focus hard on each one, and then just crack on then.
Scott, it's obviously your second World Cup, and what changes the second time around?
And we're actually in an interview right now, but we'll do it very quick.
At the minute.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go on.
It's anyway, 2-1, IWAN.
What, across your card? I'm going to mess your number.
Straight in the outtakes.
You're going to mess your number.
Boys, what is the most exciting thing about playing in a World Cup?
Scott, go.
I don't know, it's just the build-up. You're on the biggest rugby competition in the world. Everyone's watching, and the way I see, you just get a chance to express yourself and enjoy. You've done all the hard work off the field, so the games.
I'm calling you out there. Express yourself. Get out of here, you lemon.
That's not weird, is it?
Oh, that's one of his things. I've never ever heard him say express himself in his life.
Yes.
I feel like that's right, isn't it?
No.
That's not. Oh, well, there you go.
It's just being cheesy. You've seen Jamie Roberts.
Express yourself.
Too much time with him.
Express yourself.
Right, we're going to go back to the mini golf now. We'll see you after this.
Oh! You just fold on that ball. Thank you, Dom.
Right, boys, we're going to finish up with a game of Guy Most Likely. Now, this is an opportunity for you to stitch up your teammates. So I want to know who the guy most likely to forget his wallet when you go for a coffee or a meal is in the Wales squad. Who's tight as crap?
Kingy.
Kingy.
Yeah.
James King.
James King.
Always?
Yeah.
Sketchy and tight.
Okay, who is the guy most likely to be late for a meeting?
I just had pens, but he's gone
Yeah, I
now,
was
isn't
at pens, but
Baxter was on time, so there's no issues there.
Who's the guy most likely to suck up to the coaches?
Jake Ball. I throw out there, Jake Ball.
Really?
Yeah,
Every time?
every day of the week.
All the coaches, or is he someone he
No,
specifically?
Muckers. Him and Muckers are tight.
he's like an armadillo. He's just hard on the outside, real soft on the inside.
It's not like a sketchy. I'm calling that out. I'm armadillo.
I didn't even get that again. I was just like, oh, yeah.
Who's the guy most likely to
Do you know
moan?
what an armadillo is?
Yes,
I don't even know what that
He's
is.
hard on the outside and soft in the middle.
Oh, mate. Come on now. Sorry, what's the next one?
Who's the guy most likely to moan?
It's easier, isn't it?
Melon, yeah.
Malin, yeah, Gethin Jenkins.
Gethin Jenkins.
Really? Is he bad for it?
It's like an armadillo, you know?
Right, who is the guy most likely to buy his missus a present every time you go away? Who's Mr. Romantic? Scott, you're recently married, so I'm hoping that you're going to put your hand up here and be like, yeah, honeymoon period.
He's also tight as cramp as well.
I say you.
Oh, you can't tell.
I'm probably a little thing every time I go away.
Just for your missus or for Lola as well?
For Lola, probably. So more for Lola than me.
Who is the guy most likely to be picked last when rooming allocations are made?
Who are the snorers?
I say Samson Lee.
Samson Lee.
Yeah, Samson.
I'll leave him be straight away.
Who do you all room with now?
I'm with Tom Francis at the minute. Walks on his pants all the time, which is devastating.
Hey, confidence booster for you, but
yeah, true.
Scott, who are you with?
I've spent more time with this guy than with my wife. Right now.
Oh,
What's that a bad thing? Oh wait, you shouldn't say that, should I? Sorry, Tans.
do you enjoy rooming with him, or is it a case of you've been put with him and now you're stuck with
I
him
brought him
forever?
on leaps and bounds since he was sharing with me. Before he didn't even want armadillos before, he was sharing with me.
Right, and on that armadillo note, that's all we've got time for. So, boys, best of luck in the World Cup.
Oh, thank you. Thanks
And
for the
we'll
coffee
see you
and
on
the
the other
wasps and the
side.
sandwiches. Brilliant.
Anytime, anytime.